Mm. I am who I am because I value my past. The memories of yesterday can never be changed, but they give me a reason to live again. There is a reason I am here today, but there is no reason you lost your lives. You were called abusive names, deprived of rights to be humans, slayed because of who you were born. I am lighting a candle as the sign of resilience. I'm paying a tribute. You left a legacy, and I'm a fruit from the love you sowed. Let's say never again, never again to genocide. There should be no war, there should be no genocide. Anyway, let's say never again, never again to genocide. Let's say never again, never again to genocide. I was young, I still needed you, but you were taken away from me too soon. If I had one wish, it would be seeing you again. Today we're strong men and women, even though you are not here to see. We're carrying on to make you feel proud out there, watching down at us. I am lighting a candle as the sign of resilience. I'm paying a tribute. You left a legacy, and I'm a fruit from the love you sowed. Let's say never again, never again to genocide. There should be no war, there should be no genocide. Anyway, let's say never again, never again to genocide. Let's say never again to genocide. I am a witness that if you and I come together as one, we can make sure genocide never happens again. History should be told and passed on to further generations. Let's all stand up and all sing out, never again to genocide. Let's say never again, never again to genocide. There should be no war, there should be no genocide. Anyway, let's say never again, never again to genocide. Let's say never again to genocide. We are here as one nation. We say never, never again. We unite as human race. We say never, never again, never again, never again to genocide. Never again, never again, never again, never again to genocide. again, never again, never again. We brought you flowers. 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 We brought you flowers.
Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama, prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama, prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Yahoo! We will listen to mama. Yahoo! We will listen to mama. Yahoo! We will listen to mama.
Fellow Ambazonians, greetings to every one of you in the home front and in the diaspora, and especially to the freedom fighters of the nation of Southern Cameroons that have been keeping the country stabilized and maintaining the peace, lockdowns, the ghost towns that makes the world to know Southern Cameroons in control of their territory and not the other way around, like La Republic will always paint the picture. Congratulations, home. Congratulations, Ambazonian freedom fighters, state army, whatever name you call yourself. We say congratulations to you all for doing a fantastic job. You are welcome to Ambazonian State Radio and Television. Today, Monday, the 29th of September, in the year of our Lord 2025, on this program, the awareness. The awareness is a regular program here on Ambazonian State Radio and Television, where we tell you what is happening in our revolution now, where we are telling you the current news of the state of the revolution and the state of the people in the home front, and especially what those in the diaspora are doing to get the freedom of the people of Ambazonia. Before I bring in my panel, let us listen to my monologue. It's going to be an exciting show today, and so you are welcome to the show. Why not just call somebody or share that link and invite somebody to be part of this show, because you will live to remember it. On the topic of our today, The Lord inspired me to choose standing on your right or standing on the truth despite all odds. Standing on your right or standing on the truth against all odds. There comes a time in the life of a man that silence is no longer an option. A time when compromise is too costly. A time when compromise is too costly, and when standing for the truth becomes the only way to your freedom. The world is waiting for men and women who are truthful and standing for their rights to follow them. Even in the church, there is a distinct difference between ministers of the gospel. There are those who are standing for the truth, and there are those who compromise the truth. And I bet you the world is sick and tired to follow those who are compromising the truth. Nowadays is that time when men are willing to follow and die for those who are standing for their rights and those who are standing for the truth. What is truth? What does it mean to stand? To stand up for your right means to be bold. To stand up for your right means to boldly defend what is just, what is truth, what is dignified. To stand up for what is freedom. Your belief or your benefits or the opens that you know are the right path is what it means to stand for the truth. It is very difficult to know what is truth. Even in the Bible days, when Paul preached the truth, a judge asked him, what is truth? When Jesus confessed his judge before he would go to the cross, he asked him, what is truth? Ironically, you hear the one thing that many people know what truth is, but many do not. Truth is the ability for you to stand for your right and right. Truth is the ability for you to stand for your right and die for it. What is compromise? Compromise is the ability for you to see red, and because you are pressured, you call it yellow. To see blue, and because you are under pressure, you call it red. That is what compromise is. But today, we are looking and congratulating all Ambazonians who know the truth, standing for the truth. For even the Bible says in John chapter 8 and verse 32, and Jesus said unto them, shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Freedom is not found in pleasing words or pleasing men, but in standing for the truth that you know. We have come to know the truth about Amazonia and about the people of Southern still, that the independence of the people of Southern Cameroon was voted for on the 21st of April 1961, waiting its declaration on the 1st of October 1961, and yet was stolen. And so that truth is what Amazonians are standing up for and what Amazonians are dying for. And let me tell you the truth about the international community. Sometimes they're like God. They try to see how factual, how tenacious, how resilient you can stand for the truth. They will tempt you with compromise. They will even send people to come and tempt you with their blood money. I mean, the international community will send people to you to test you to see whether you'll be able to pass the test of compromise. And Ambazonians, you have been tested on every side and your test. Shutting down the nation of Ambazonia for close to 3 weeks, going to a month now, is one of the tests that Ambazonians have passed because you have shown the world that you are standing for the truth. The nation of Ambazonia is not part of La Republic. That is truth. The nation of Ambazonia was not part of La Republic when they had their independence. That is truth. When La Republic had their independence 1st of January 60, the people of Southern Cameroon was not part of them. That is truth. These are the various truths that make us stand firm and are willing for it. 3 facts about truth before I go. What does it mean to stand for truth? It means refuse to bow to injustice. Or you can better also ask, what does it mean to stand for your right? Standing for your right means you refuse to bow to injustice. Learn to do well, seek judgment, leave the oppressed, judge fatherless, plead for the widows. That is Isaiah 1 and verse 17. Learn to do well, seek for judgment or justice, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead for the widows. So, standing for the truth or standing for justice, number 1, is you standing against injustice. What will you say to the king of your village, the fount of your village, who rises up one day and says, "This house where you were born and you have lived for the past 20, 30 years, what will you say if that chief rises up and say that is his house and his property? Will you bend for injustice or will you stand to die to defend the truth? If you say, I will stand to die to defend the truth that down is your compound, not the chief of your village compound, then the kind of truth we are taught, that Ambazonians should not compromise because some minority of so-called elites sit and connive with Yaoundé to say Ambazonia is part of Yaoundé or part of La. Don't stand with such. Stand with the majority that stand for the truth in spite all odds. Second fact, what does it mean to stand for your right? It means speaking the truth boldly in spite of. Speaking the truth boldly in spite of all that pressure you, all that threatens your life, all that say, tell me and say is a lie that we were not part of them. So you standing boldly and speaking the truth is what it means to stand for your right. In Proverbs 31 verse 8, open thy mouth for the dumb in the cause of all such as are open to the destruction. Open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the case of the poor and the needy. That is what we are doing. Opening our mouth wide, going out on the corridors of the U.S. Congress and the and Senate, on the corridors of the American White House to plead the case of Ambazonians, so that Ambazonians can receive the freedom and the justice that is needed. And the last point, what does it mean to stand for your right? It means refusing to be compromised in spite how much you are paid for. Refusing to be compromised in spite how much you are paid for. Dearly beloved, nowadays, this is the era where Ambazonians are looking for the few, not the majority, that are standing for the truth and refusing to be compromised. Listen to me. Somebody's testimony in the now is always better to their past. Somebody could be a past angel, but now becomes a past or what a present Satan. Don't judge based on their past, judge people based on their present realities. And this is what have deceived many Ambazonians. We have judged based on their past, but we forget to know that the devil does not stop to tempt people. And many were righteous at the past, but others have decided to go on the side of compromise because of what has been offered to them. Sadly, we still stay supporting and lining up behind such. But I come today to let Ambazonians know that as we celebrate our independence 2 days from now, I want you to be on the side of truth. Be on the side of those who stand for justice. Be on the side of stand for their right. And celebrate the independence of the people of Southern Cameroons and stand on the side of justice. And God will finally stand with you. Dearly beloved, many have been compromised in our revolution, but we are looking for that remnant of those who will refuse to accept compromise from La Republic or accept to be banned or accept to twist their mouths. Don't speak to us, Ambazonia, in the afternoon, then speak La Republic in the night. You are among those who do not know what truth is. Fellow Ambazonians, that is the end of my monologue. And I believe it will challenge you or anyone listening to me to stand up and know that the world is waiting for those who stand for the truth and not for those who compromise the truth. God bless you. At this time, our studio is going to play the renowned speech that President Ayok Tabe Siseko made when he formally declared our independence. Then after, I will bring members of the panel for us to talk to you about what it means to stand for our independence. Bless you, studio. I give it now to you to play that speech of former President Ayok Tabe. God bless you.
We, the people of Southern Cameroons, we hereby move. We move to reaffirm our inalienable, natural, and legal rights. Our autonomy, we move to reaffirm. And we are assembled here today with one accord. We hereby resolve to dissolve all previous bonds with the Republic of Cameroon. And we solemnly declare the restoration of the independence and the sovereign state of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. Happy, free, and prosperous Southern Cameroons. I hereby declare open the commemoration of our independence restoration. God bless Southern Cameroons. God bless Ambazonia.
Louder. Thank you so much. That was the speech former President Ayok Tabe made 2017 when he declared formally the independence of the people of Southern Cameroons. Maroti, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. Dr. Ella, we missed you last week. Good to have you here. But before we start to comment on that speech, can you take a minute each and greet the people of Amazonia? Ladies before gentlemen, let me start with you, Maroti. Thank you. And welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Pastor Victor. Good to see you, Comrade Elad. Dr. Elad. I want to... Fellow Ambazonians, it's always a pleasure for me to come here on Mondays because I feel like we are in this, all of us together. So we encourage each other. We are moving forward together. Fellow Ambazonians, especially those on home front, you have been so impressive in the way you are resisting. I just want to thank you all. What you are doing on the home front is resonating into the diaspora. It's resonating. Refugees, I want to greet you all, telling you that it will soon be over. You will go back to your own God-given land. Prisoners, those in prison unjustly, it will soon be over. You will be free. Fellow Ambazonians in the diaspora, especially those who are hungry to go home but cannot go home because of this struggle, I'm telling you to just hold tight. it will soon be over. You'll be able to go to your home freely. We'll be talking some more as the show goes on. Over to you, Pastor Victor.
Thank you so much, my Dorothy. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show. And again, congratulations to the program represented the people of Southern Cameroon last week in Washington, D.C. God bless you. We could not travel to be with you on that program,
Thank
but
you.
that's why we need an Iron lady like you to so that you follow up what is going on and represent the people of Amazonia. Dr. Elad, always a pleasure. We miss you the past 2 weeks. Welcome back to the show. God bless. Come greet the people of Amazonia.
Well, thank you very much, Pastor Victor. I also missed the show, but due to some circumstances, I couldn't be. But I'm back. As well, to show that this revolution is really something that some few have really stand for. It seems as if I met with Matt Dorothy. What I was just planning to say, she just said it word for word in my words, as if we wrote it down somewhere. But that is to show that we have had for this revolution. So I just want to my beloved brothers and sisters on the home front, I want to greet you with deep respect and this unwavering solidarity, profound admiration for your courage during this trial period. You know, as we continue to observe this ghost town with discipline and dignity that you guys are showing down there, know this: the world sees you, and so do we also in the diaspora. I know I've heard before coming today up, people are talking that um, the people down there suffering and that. Let there be no doubt, we are not living in ease or abundance. We are not sipping milk and honey here, bro. So while you endure this weight of sacrifice, we also carry the same pains, the same anger, the same yearning for justice and liberation. Our bodies may be far, but let me tell you guys, our hearts are near. We are very near with you people. As Ma Dorothy said, those who are in the prisons, those who are displaced, those who are locked into their houses, those who are here in the diaspora like myself, who wants to be back in Amazonia in the nearest future. The time is coming, and this is the time. You know, some people were out there asking you people not to observe ghost town, no ghost town, until you listen from A to B, B to C, C to D. But they were disgraced. They will put them ashamed. Everything is moving as planned. And I want to thank you guys. We are not here feeling at ease. We are here having the same weight, the same anger. We want this thing to go through. La Republique could not even mention about this our independent cause in the United Nations General Assembly when they are so-called whoever, whatever was talking. That is to show their defeat, because they know that the whole world have seen you people. The whole world knows that we are winning. So, as Ma Dorothy said, there is still more to talk. Let's be together. Let no one deceive us. The road is long and it is hard, but every step you take, every door you keep closed, every market you leave empty is a powerful blow to these people. No election. Don't go out there. Let nobody deceive you to go out and go and vote. I am Pastor Victor. Before I just end here to say there is a memo going out there that this one who said, how can you say that Kunchu Komeni or whatever they call it. What is that his name? He said, I'm seeing a fake paper going around, and I think we'll be posting that on the show, that he has agreed with the Amber Boys to let people go out and vote. No, it's not true. As I say, we'll be talking more. Thank you, Pastor Victor.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Comrade Paul. You just joined us. It's always exciting having you on the show. And again, congratulations for the wonderful defense briefing yesterday. What an awesome program, and all your sacrifice for the people of Ambazonia. Can you greet the people of Ambazonia in 1 minute before we get into talking about the agenda we have for today? Comrade Paul, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Greetings, fellow Southern Cameroonians. Greetings, Amazonians. It's a pleasure once more to be on the show. Greetings, Dr. Elat and Ma Dorothy. Thank you very much for your wonderful representation. Thank you very much. Doc, you did like shooting star. Dr. Elat did like shooting star. When you see it today, there's no shooting star again. Now next month ending again.
No, I'm back.
Come this time to stay.
Please, doctor, want to see you every Monday, my son. We want to see you every Monday. You have a lot in your head that the people of Amazonia need to tap from. So fellow Amazonians, today I think is the 29th, tomorrow is the 30th. Our Independence Day will be maybe in 2 days time, in 48 hours time, something like that. I really want to say, it's a memorable day coming up. We have lived this particular day for the past 8 years in a different spirit, contrary to when, before 2016, it used to be a day that we will see late Pa Ayamba and some few people that we used to know. They will go out at night and hang the flag. I was an NCNC member, officially registered NCNC member. I cannot remember when I was in secondary school, either in secondary school or in high school like that. May his soul rest in peace, Pa Spencer Bambod, Tana, sorry, I say Spencer, Pa Tana, who was a neighbor to my father, and I also have Pa Taku, who was the then chairman for Kumba. These people were close people to me. And then we had our youth leader. He was a mechanic inside the farm, the Farm Road Street. He was a mechanic. He had a mechanic shop there, who was my youth leader then. I remember one time we were supposed to join together for the celebration. But for one reason, I think I was absent, and it was disaster that day. I mean, my fight and my struggle as an Amazonian has not started today, not with the struggle. I had this consciousness of who I am. So please, our fight, our struggle is in the hands of God. In the course of this program, so many things will be revealed. There will be a lot of education, there will be a lot of awareness, a lot of understanding. And we also say the lines are open. I think the studio lines are open for questions, for clarification, and for whatsoever. So thank you, Pastor Victor.
Paul, once again, it's always a pleasure to have this team, even though I know there are still many that are in the background that anytime they indicate they want to say something, we'll bring them back, or we'll bring them on the show. But we want to start with the speech of Siseko Ayoktabe. Paul, you just ended by talking how you have been following this struggle for a long time. I want to tell you, put the truth, that I'm not one of those who boast that I've been in this struggle. I grew up my life in my little corner in Manfe and Batibo and Nigeria where I studied. I never knew much. All my education about the revolution started when this 2016 revolution really started. I've been hearing the other things. But my question to you, and maybe I'll start with Maduroti, what is your take looking back to the part that from the time of Payamba them and all of the people that you know, 2016 was like the curious moment, and 2017 nailed it on when we decided of the Amazonian quest change from advocating for federation or some better statutes to a time where we had a president that declared the independence of the people of Southern. What can you say was the difference between all these other eras and from the time Ayoktabe declared independence? Madoti, I can start with you.
Yes. The difference is that the people in the past, they handed the baton to the youth, to the young ones, to us, to our generation. And President Sisiko was bold enough to take that bold step. Because when we look back, we see how our parents fought, how they struggled. Many of them are in exile because La Republique would not even tolerate just mentioning or even bringing it to the table for discussion. They would not tolerate. So, like you, I only know much about our struggle here in diaspora. When I saw they were killing people on September 22nd, I could not sleep. And that was when I jumped into the struggle headlong. Although it is good because we are doing the right things. Ambazonians, we are doing the right things. We are doing what we are supposed to do, considering. Because our forefathers, they did not have social media. So information was a problem with them. That is why they could not go far. Now we have social media. We have a lot of intellectuals in the diaspora that can go to their Congress people, that can hold discussions with the people, the powers that be. So we are more effective, and that is why I believe that we will not hand over this battle to our children. It will end with us. It will end with us. Yes. So that is what I can say, Pastor Victor, concerning our era. Over to
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And what I'm trying to let us see here is the dynamics of the change. And I believe, even as Ambazonians have always echoed this, God ordained, it's really the right time. Because if you look at how it took the gods to implant in Soseko the boldness, and that's what I was talking about, standing for your right to declare our independence. What can you say the difference between that time now that our independence was declared? How has been the fight? Dr. Ellard, I know you know a little bit more, and you've been in this thing. I even heard one of your uncle, or one of your elder brother, used to be part of the old generation of those who stood for Ambazonia. You once testified. How do you see their generation and our generation, and the contrast that you can make concerning what happened in their time and what is happening now concerning our revolution? Dr. Ellard.
Yeah, thanks. And again, once more, I want to be grateful to be in this panel. Before I will say anything about this present generation, permit me say a great, wonderful thank you to, let me call them our forefathers, those who have been fighting without the facilities that we have today. You know, these people, as you rightly said, my uncle, Chekuntang Elat, was there, and in this time I was still a kid. let me be very honest, that they used to bring us there. I don't know whether they were using us as human shield or they didn't have a place to leave us home and then they carry away and go to these meetings that they used to have secretly. How do they communicate? How do they pass their messages? Everybody is there. Don't ask me. Because when we were there, as small as I was, we sit there and we have our grenadine with the other young ones, and we are comparing whose tongue is more red than the other. While they are doing the great job that is helping us who we are today, and it's now that we come to notice how strong strength. There is a time I used to ponder. I used to ask myself when Parfon Galafon they used to write letter to the United Nations. You will see that our West Cameroon post envelope would red blue before they will send it, before it will reach, before the reply will come. They have killed a lot of them. It's not as we are today. We have the social media, we have WhatsApp, we have everything. We communicate, we do fast. But coming to your question, how fast? We can't compare the fastness of their time and our time because of the change of the era we are today. We all say Amazonia has gone the fastest revolution ever that has existed in the world. When we want to compare with South Sudan and all the people of 30 years, we are 8 years. And today we are a recognized, even though still shaded, but a recognized nation. Everywhere they talk about Amazonia, whether it's in the United Nations, in the European Union, in the British Parliament, in the Irish Parliament, in Switzerland, in La Republique, in Nigeria, or in Amazonia itself, they call Amazonia. And everybody knows about it. It's because of us. From the day, as you rightly said, we started with the Patasang and Bobala and the others there, and then went to the governing council, and then changed to the interim government, and to the government of Amazonia that we have today. Although we have a government that is dead and I don't know how to put it, but thanks to the Friends of Amazonia, that is the NGO and the civil society pumping the struggle, pushing it now very fast. And that is why a civil society and an NGO is the blood vessel of a government. Even the government is sitting there with a big appetite and nothing doing, but the civil societies are fighting very hard. And I want to thank you, Matt Dorothy. I saw your video. I was on
My
my
pleasure.
sick bed video in just last week, and that was brave. This is what we call an iron lady. There's no doubt you being my sweetheart. Thank you for that very much.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Ella.
Thank you, Doctor.
I want to say that our speed is not only about the social media, it's the determination of some of us, like those who are now back home, keeping this ghost town live and moving. Those who respect the others, those who, as you rightly say in your monologue, he don't speak with us during the day and speak with La Republic in the night. And what we call government and some leaders are doing. During the day, they come out and pretend that they are Amazonians. In the night, they are asking their check from La Republic to Cameroon. Not us. We are. And the determination, the force, the seriousness we put in this revolution. And if you guys don't know, for the past week, 2 weeks, I was not. I received a lot of calls from home front. I never knew. Let me put this secret out there that ASR TV is what people watch. And let me I will, if you people want to argue, I told those guys, I will put you people online one day, and you people will tell where you are watching from. Inside Yaoundé, Simaleng, that is where they were watching ASR TV. And they were telling me to be loud, that I'm not loud. And then after they say, after we looked at it, we saw that maybe it was a replay. I told them, no, I've never been in a replay. I'm always live. So it was live. So now that we are talking, they are
Okay.
home, they are watching, and they are getting the truth. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ella. Thank you, Dr. Ella. We are going to be looking at the lockdown issue very detailedly because, Paul, you try to address the issue of the confusion that is out there. But let's just focus on the declaration of our independence. What resonates with you? You see, we are playing a speech, I think 7 years ago, that Seko addressed and declared the independence of the Republic of Southern Cameroon. I'm trying to look at it from the point of this marked a different era in this fight. Because in the past, they were trying to advocate for some better livings. When if I reflect back in those days, this revolution was about to start. Balade were on the air and telling them, if you don't accept federation now, if you think federation is taboo, what the time will come where you'll be begging for the federation. Paul, look at the past eras of your fathers and those fathers and this era now. What can you tell this generation of Ambazonians to do in this time, in this revolution? To give up or to keep moving forward, knowing that we are drawing closer to Ambazonia than it had ever been. What is your take, and what can you motivate the young generation?
Yeah, thank you, Pastor Victor. I would like to go a little bit personal on this question because I am like an epitome of the Ambazonia reality. Now, my hatred for the government, for La Republique and her government started in 1992 when the elections were rigged. As small as I was, by the way, I lived 39 years of my life back home. So it means from birth to 39, to the age of 30, 38 some months before leaving that country. When I was in Form 2, the first multi-party presidential election took place. As little as I was, as small as I was, I have a small structure then, a small statue. When they were gathering all the boxes from various quarters, we carried them to the former DO's office at the Kumbatown Junction. We carried it along the Kumbatown Main Road Street, heading to that junction. It's a big junction there. I was standing beside one guy, and then a Land Rover driven by one late Johnson, a popular guy then, a popular CPDM, talked, ran past, and I only heard tap. All of us went down, and then on rising on our feet, that boy who was beside me has been shot in the arm. As small as I was, we had to struggle, find our way back to Fiango through Boya Road. I was so frustrated from there. I have loved freedom. I have loved justice from that tender age. I started trying to find out things. I joined the NCNC. Like I said, I called the name of Pa Peter. May his soul rest in peace. And we also have Pa Taku Pataku used to live inside down Farm Road. No, it's not Farm Road Street. When Jacob Nguni, late Jacob Nguni lives just beside Jacob Nguni, that was where Pataku live. People who live in Kumba, they know him very well. I don't know if he's still dead or alive. These are the people who formed me, who encouraged me to be part of NCNC then. And then we also have our youth. I will never forget our youth president then. He was a big black guy. He was a mechanic. He had his workshop just directly opposite Fiango Market. No, not opposite, adjacent. Inside Farm Road Street. The first junction inside Farm Road Street. This guy had his mechanic shop there. They were arrested. The year that I joined, they were arrested. It was a lot of fight. They were arrested that year prior to 1st October. I don't know how the thing ended. But you see, I reached election age in Cameroon, in La République then. I reached the election age at the age of, in 2002. I was in Bamenda then, in Bafmen. I have never registered any election. Elekam Cameroon does not have my name. From 2002 to 2019, 17 that I left Cameroon, I have never registered any election. That was a hidden frustration. And now when this thing started in 2016, when the lawyers started raising their concern, subsequently in 2017, the teachers, they joined. Back home then, it was like some sort of freedom at last. Let us tell these people what we have been harboring for the past 60 years. Let us express it now to them.
Yep.
That is it. So it's all about like the lava has now finally turned to a butterfly. The lava has now finally come out of its shell to a beautiful butterfly, which is the beauty of this revolution. Now, so many people, even till date, have not yet understand what we are fighting for. But I want to remind and I want to tell every Southern Cameroonian, I want to tell every English-speaking Cameroonian that if you want to doubt, go back to history. On the 22nd of September 2017, from all nooks and crannies of Ambazonia, from the towns, from the major town to the towns, to the villages, to the interior, they came out as one man with one voice to tell the government of La République de Cameroon and the international community that enough is enough. That the time has come for the lava to transform into a full butterfly. That the resentment, that the hiding, that the hidden secrets of our fathers. I remember when John Gu Foncha and the other short man, prisoner without a crime, when they went to the UN, they took the United Nations flag. They came onto the Mongo Bridge. They stood there and they opened that flag. When Justice Alogbede, I think in 1991 or 1999, I've forgotten that day, when he announced the independence of Southern Cameroon in Radio Boya. All these are actions. All these are the culmination of actions that has been hidden inside us. And to this new generation, and to young people listening to my voice, we have been slaves of French Cameroon from the 1st of October 1961 till the 22nd of January, 22nd of September 2017 was the first day of telling the world that enough is enough. We cannot even hide it again. I was part of it. We said we are no longer afraid of your guns again. We are no longer afraid of your prisons. We are no longer afraid of your intimidations. We are no longer afraid of anything that you bring forth to us. We are ready to die for what we believe in, which is the freedom of the people of Southern Cameroons.
Amen.
In January, I think in December, January 2017, I escaped because I was wanted. I narrowly escaped because then I was supplying all informations. When they send number of people who want to defy, we are the ones who will sit behind and call them that if you dare, we are coming for you. I was part of that squad. I was in it. I lived the revolution from the beginning. I was part of the revolution. The revolution was in me. I lived it. I took an active part in it. Mark Barata, Tapan Ivo, I was sending them information constantly. Every video, images, I made sure I send it to them on Facebook through Messenger. And when they send number that this so and so person wants to do this, I had a sacred number, a private phone. And along the line, something happened. I made a mistake because I used one of that number to text my own number because I was trying something. And then that was when they went to check the listing of that number, they saw my number there. That was when I was summoned. It was just the grace of God that I survived that night because I had to lie. I lied and they were supposed to check with MTM the next day. And that very night, I had to leave Kumba for Nigeria. I spent, I think, 4 or 5 months in Nigeria. Before, when my bishop intervened, I had to come back then, travel to Italy for a pilgrimage. So, Pastor Victor, to all those, to all those who are listening, especially young people who are confused today, who see the war, the fight like some sort of a curse to them, that no, it is not. The taste for freedom will not even, it's just like childbirth. After crying that pain, when a woman sees the beauty of that baby, she forgets immediately that pain.
Yep.
That is, we are going through this moment of labor. The joy of our independence will supersede the pain we are going through now. So let's continue to hold fast.
Indeed.
There are some who have lived more worse period than me. So please, fellow Ambazonians, young people of our time, now is the time. Now is the time or never. Thank you very much, Pastor Victor.
Thank you, Congressman Paul, and to every one of you. You've taken your time to elaborate very much. But as we move on, if you still recall something on this, you want to chip in, you can always chip in. But we're going to move down to the lockdown. First, Congressman Paul, thank you for correcting the error that we heard on your program yesterday. We still want to emphasize here on the awareness. Today, the 29th of September, 2025, to this Monday on Ambazonian Radio and Television, that the lockdowns are continuing till after the elections of La Republic of Cameroon. That is what the freedom fighters said. Now, we heard some news or some fake write-up by what this
Chiroma.
Chiroma. They said that they have contacted Amazonian freedom fighters that they should not be locked down on the day of the election. Let me say this before I even ask you people to contribute on this. Fellow Kenyans, you are watching us in the home front. We want to let you know that never you forget that this revolution was started by you and you are the one to end it. Especially to those fighting to defend homeland, the freedom fighters. When this revolution started, they started killing people in Mamfe. The first restoration forces, or whatever name they call, generated from Mamfe, and they started defending homeland. Don't wait for somebody in the diaspora to give you command. You people have decided to shut down the territory of Amazonia. You have done it successfully for the past 3 weeks. You are continuing it, as you said in your own words, till after the elections of French Cameroon, because we have successfully led the international community to know that French Cameroon do not control Amazonia. They have no jurisdiction to the rights of the people of Southern Cameroons. To the point, this is the first time in 8 years that French Cameroon went to the United Nations and mentioned nothing about Amazonia and about their control over Southern Cameroons. In the past years, they all come there and say, oh, everything is under control, we are taking control. But because the freedom fighters shut down the country 2 weeks into 2 weeks before, I think the 8th of September, to the United Nations resumption. And up till now, you have shut down the national territory. French Cameroon had nothing to lie about at the United Nations. The Mbela Mbappe, or whatever, had nothing to say. I listened to his speech. He did not even mention a word concerning Southern Cameroon. This is because of the resolute that you, the people of Southern Cameroons, have taken. We come out here on national television, here, the Amazonian State Radio and Television, to congratulate you, the people. You, the people. You, the people. You are not shutting down Amazonia because you are afraid of the freedom fighters. That is the wrong narrative. As much as you are cooperating with the freedom fighters so that they don't go and kill our people, the Republic military do not go and kill our people and say that is you. But we want you to know that the international community have remarked very keenly that you are in control of your territory. You shut down Amazonia because you are telling the world you are tired of the injustice of the Republic. You are tired of being under a dictator. You want your country back. And that is what you have told them. And I want that this wrong narrative and this so-called confusion, there is no confusion. There's no confusion. You people have shut down the territory, continue it until their election. Even the weekend of the election, the confusion that we are hearing, I will give you people time to echo. I just want to echo on my part. The confusion that people have been hearing that, oh, they will be shut, they will be locked down this coming weekend, whether it's coming from the so-called spokespeople for whatever government that we know does not exist. We want you to know there is no confusion. The Amazonian fighters have said it. Lockdown continue this coming weekend, and it will continue the weekend of the weekend. Continue, sorry. This weekend there will be no lockdown, but the weekend of the elections, 11 and 12, there will be a total lockdown. If you do not lock down in that weekend, means wasting your time, because that is the climax of this lockdown. Madoroti, let me start with you. You are emphasizing on the need for the people of Amazonia to honor this lockdown that they have already been respecting. What can you tell them as a motivation? Because they have already been doing it. Appreciate them. What is your motivation to them? Thank you.
Yes, Ambazonians. I mean, you will be foolish to start something because of elections, and then on the day of election you leave it open. So whatever confusion, people just want to confuse you, but you are smarter than them. to know that you've locked down for how many weeks now because of elections, and then on election day you then give up? No. No. Please let that weekend, the 11th and the 12th, let it be the real Mami Wata ghost town. You are doing great. You are doing great. Don't make a mistake. You are doing very well. And the world is noticing. Over to you, Pastor Victor.
Thank you, Madoroti. And fellow Amazonians, you can see our number is flashing on the screen. You can call and make your contributions or say something concerning what we are talking about. Please feel free, it's always flashing on the screen. Feel free to call and make your contributions. From Elad, your take on the emphasis of this lockdown. We had some audio last 2 weeks. Some spokesperson of General Han not coming to say whatever, but we let him and let him know that sometimes when they come to make those contradictory audio, they make themselves irrelevant. They make themselves irrelevant because the Amazonians, freedom fighters or state army or whatever name they give themselves, Kongepon knows better how to put it, have decided to put the lockdown. Nobody in the diaspora have control to go tell them that don't take that lockdown off. What is your take on that, Comrade Ella?
Well, I will be very short. I already said it. And let me repeat myself. It has been said until after the election of La Republique, which when we say when we say after the election, it seems as if it's going to take place in Ambazonia. After the election in La Republique, where they do their things on their own side, because they are trying to infiltrate to come to Ambazonia to pretend as if we have any relationship, as if we are still linked together. But it is good that the fake news that is going out there from whoever Chiroma thinks he is in correspondence with. Because at this present moment, let me be clear. Let me make it abundantly clear to the people of Ambazonia. If you want to talk to our boys who are monitoring the lockdown, I will not say implementing, they are monitoring because it's a decisive something that is coming from the people of Ambazonia. It's not imposed, it's not forced. They like it, they want to do it, and they want to show resolute to La Republique that we are gone, as Comrade Paul Riley said on the 22nd of September 2017. The turnout made it clear before the declaration of our restoration of the independence from President Ayok Tabe. He made it clear. So if you want to talk to any person now in this particular period of this Ambazonia revolution, then you must contact Friends of Ambazonia. That is me talking, Dr. Elad. I did not call that you contact Sako or whoever. I said contact Friends of Ambazonia if you want to talk about anything now in this particular moment. So whoever, whatever, and however they are talking behind there, whatever Chiroma is trying to do, or the general, whoever is talking there, don't listen. And I know you guys are not listening. I'm addressing not you in the diaspora, I'm addressing those who are at home front because I am in correspondence with them. And they are telling me and they have promised that nobody is going out. Nobody cares about what they are doing. And nobody, they have risen out very well. The time is gone for La Republique to come and pretend, even in their own section. You guys go to social media and see what is happening there. the so-called Paul Biya and CPDF, if you just wear that their nonsense and go to the street, this is how crowd is coming behind them and shouting and shaming them. So imagine our own people that they have deceived for 60-something years. Enough is enough. And our people have taken this resolute and they have said no more to anything La Republique. So, Pastor Victor, we are not going to yell much about it, and we're not going to say we are trying to convince our own people, because this is not something that we from the diaspora told them to do, or something that they will say they are afraid of the Amber Boys. They are doing it from their own heart. They want it, they like it, even though however is going, they know they are sacrificing. Because what? Freedom is never given. You have to fight for it and take it. And now they are taking it from La Republique, their own freedom. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I had a caller on the line, but he dropped. He's going to call back. Comrade Paul, let me take your take before I get this caller. We are talking about the need for the lockdown. The lockdown was not only for elections. It was for the United Nations. That's why it started on the 8th. Went through, it affected their school resumption, which was not even our target. Elections. So we are telling the people of Ambazonia, you have been doing very well. You have shown the world that you are not locking down your country because you are afraid of anybody. You are locking down your country to pass a message to the international community that the wrong narrative that the Republic have been putting out, that they are in control. Even their governors cannot go to work. Their DOs cannot open their offices. Their banks are not open. The United Nations have eyes on the ground. Britain have eyes in Boya. America have eyes in Boya that see these things in Bamenda. They see all these things. So La Republique knows that the time for pretense is over. And what we are telling them is that after the election, they should just pack and leave Ambazonia. Come Paul, your take on the lockdown before I take the caller, please.
Yeah, anytime the caller calls, please, you can just can cut me and then we listen to him. Now, Pastor Victor and the people of Ambazonia, this lockdown is a 3-phase lockdown. Now, the first phase of this lockdown is distorting their school year. The beginning of school year is distorting it. We have to, and I'll explain why. The second aspect is on the United Nations, and then the third aspect is elections. Now, what do I mean by distorting their school year? You know, one of the things that they will always want to attribute to normalcy is the reopening of schools. This whole thing started with schools, and every year we have tried to make sure that the opening of schools, the reopening of schools does not align with La Republique calendar. If not, for example, when they want to make it all as a whole, they will tell you schools that open in La Republique is 100% successful. Everybody went to school, and they will show you that even in the Northwest and in the Southwest, on the 8th of September, schools reopened. These schools were like this, schools were like that. So life has come to normal. And then they will tell you it is just a small fraction that is remaining. There is nothing like separatists. There's no fighting again. Just this small fraction that with time they will disappear. So we said, okay. The warriors on the ground, they said, okay, we have to. Because every year, this is what have been happening. We have tried that. We distort their reopening calendar. Let it not align with that of Ambazonia. Children will go to school, but it is when the Ambazonians will be the one to determine when these children will start, not La Republique, so that they will use it as a political tool to tell the international community that all is well. So when they are talking about school reopening in their CRTV, they can never mention Northwest and Southwest because there was no effective school reopening. And so the international community just says, oh, so there is still problem. That is why the Norwegian Refugee Council, based on things like this, classifies the Ambazonia Revolution as the most forgotten crisis in the world. That is the first aspect of it. And till we have our independence, our school reopening will never align with that of La République. They will start their own on their own day, and then we will go on our own date to make the world understand that we have two educational systems that does not align, and to tell them that they are not in control. Yes, we write their GCE, their whatsoever, but they are not in direct control when it comes to reopening, when it comes to the schools. Because when we say today that everything should be shut down, they will shut down. That is the first aspect. So the whole world knows that La République have their own reopening date, school reopening date, and Ambazonia have their own school reopening date. We come now to the aspect of the United Nations. Now, by now, all of diplomatic missions in La République de Cameroon, when this lockdown was imposed, they sent out communiques to most of their staffs that please avoid Northwest and Southwest. Let me put it in that term. Avoid Northwest and Southwest. It is a no-go zone for now. Thus, sending a message to these people. So whatever La République goes to United Nations and say, all is well, they themselves will tell you all is not well.
Right.
We have not gone to that. We have not been able to enter that territory for the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks today. So all is not well. That is why for them not to lie, they prefer to sit quiet and not to mention anything about Ambazonia. And it still goes to what again? It still goes to the statistics that Norwegian Refugee Council is collecting to still classify next year 2026, to still reclassify Ambazonia as the most forgotten crisis. And the third, and which is the most important, is the La République election. Now let me tell you one of the tricks. When you see the Prime Minister coming, you see that huge population. Do you think they wear CPDM uniform in their those people? They live in quarters now. They live in the streets. But why is it that you hardly see them wearing the CPDM uniform in the streets, going towards that direction? They wear their normal dresses. They hide their CPDM uniform inside their bags, and then when they reach there, they wear it. They cover their faces. They march.
From Bafasam and Bunda and the rest.
I am coming to there. Most of them that you see open faces, most of them are military people. Most of them are military officers, fully armed. Most of those ones, women and some men, they wear that kaba. They are fully armed inside. That is why we cannot engage with them. The warriors cannot engage with them. The unity warriors cannot engage with them because so many things will be at stake. Immediately after, most of those ones who are government workers, who are obliged, they will tell you, if you don't go there, you'll be dismissed, you'll be suspended. They will hide their uniform inside their bags. They will drive their car, park somewhere, wear their uniform. The ones that will come by feet or by public transport, they wear their normal. You cannot wear CPDM uniform inside the street of Ambazonia. Who dare? Let one person prove me wrong. Wear CPDM uniform. You march freely from, for example, from Gasa Street to down Fiango Market. In Ambazonia, try it. So, the most important aspect, this weekend, the weekend of 4th and 5th, I think, 4th and 5th, It will be free. People, as usual, you go out and you buy your things. Please stock in extra, because the weekend of 12, I think 11 and 12, it will be complete shutdown. Complete shutdown. We know CPDM will maneuver. We know CPDM will do everything possible to declare 100%. But you see, it's a ridiculous 100% that they always gain from Ambazonia, because they were going against themselves and they won. There is no opposition that will have to boast. Yes, they are only going against themselves and they will always have the 100%. So those are the three main aspects why this lockdown is very important. And just like I think you said, the people are not afraid of the unity warriors. No, they are determined to. Let me tell you, on the 18th, on the 22nd of September 2017, we transformed from the lava to the butterfly, and we are still flying. We will land in Bongo Square Sunday.
Thank you. Thank you, Congressman Paul. I'll get back to you. Let's get Congressman Arenu, who is on VMix, still in the studio, but will be appearing to us on the phone. Mary, you have the microphone right now, please. I know we've just discussed so many things, so whatever they had, you can come on the air now, please. The people of Amazonia are waiting to hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I've been patiently waiting here. So sorry that I'm not able to be on the camera. So thank you so much for all your contributions. Before I start, I'm going to first speak to my people in Mogamo, and I'm going to speak in the dialects. First, then I'll come back and I will talk in English. So, makaniya inebu mwa Mogamo Jim, especially mbabine chan, kumbuka jongo kwa, kumbuka jongo akumba, kumbuka jongo yige, tinaya kanan, nambo disaya, bukoni jon. Ani friwonyet ab me fek. Azonjon ni kati ya kuri ya mbege timbonyet. Azonjon ni ya ku be one ni ya me teacher from a lawyer. Biya baga amu ani be chwinan je no was no mo. Ya china zonjon ya ku ngwone. Ma bobu na anaga imbambe ngwop timbambe mbambe fe jingle. Amang be me na lockdown be me ya respect lockdown ma bobu na anama bot mo wop. Bumanga yi wose na nimba bingo atamba ko jonjo chambra tije na mbujiro mba me ba ya na amno bo no atamba ko se gwe wop se ninga fa anwo kabangu ya tumbe se ne wo ba wo marani te wo sin te ya nye jonjo ngu te ya nye ro ne jon anen wotchi bu ngara bimbe ya gateshi we aka sumba continue ni fa anwo chom Bimga ya lockdown, bambingo muchunga nep. Ani mbia kai lockdown, ni sonde mi suponi du jumuno. Koni jumbo gotuko. Bamba jengo gani ni jete wap. Bamba jete mbambingo jete mbamba aka ya makimba yure dige. Bonga mufo ni meni bidu won no chiper gym. Suma bobo nan. Gamba chi ame nyimi giri na nyimi. Chi na akane ya tungwe ngwop, go tungwe mba. Mba ya bini begwe what you take respect. Ya woman we were beg. Woman when go when ba ne gyunga mi mo, ngo ne gyunga mi mo. So I make chi when you chude gungo when you gyunga dong, kira ya no na ga ya no bon. Ma bobo na anon. As on kata ni ni joti wanyat, bichi muga mo fo nim ako ba chimbi ni fa an ba fa ba fa an ateshi bichi teshi ya na fere gwa go shiranga. So now I've spoken to my dialect, to my people. I'm going to turn here in English for a second. Number one, let me start with all of us here in the diaspora. If you're in the diaspora and you're getting ready to call some kids on the front and say, send me video, let me challenge you. Send your own video with the protest. Show them for country say, as one day for day two with one on a protest. We today for the corner with the protest. We today for the corner with the protest. Until you show them that one, no ask them for no video. I dey come for the platform. Anytime I come for the platform, I go must talk. Anybody wey dey take this blood money wey they try for help mommy, they dey suffer. You say me you take and feed your family or chop with them, you no go see good for you. That cry wey mommy they cry for their country, you will cry for your heart for white man country. That's so you go dey. Because all una dey una for una houses. If una dey for country, una dey hear my voice. We want thank una. Thank una. When una don't decide say una want fight for we country. We not be enter this fight for kill each other. We not be enter this fight for start Tome or Mami them. We not be enter this fight for Tome or Papa them, or for don't turn kidnappers, or for the carry people for ransom. Me I remind una say this fight start because of una. Because the lawyers and the teachers, they realize and say, what did they be do for una wrong thing? Now so we did start fight. It start with peace, and then they can't start one key una. Self-defense, not way a day for the whole world. Me any man defend himself. Now why we stay only for our own side, we say more una begin defend una mommy them, una defend una papa them. But even as some start kill them for ransom, they know we give una chop. Now why you kill everyone come, they go show una outside una height. So one beg una, nobody say we don't like school. We dey white man country because we care for come school, come back for country, come fix country, then country no day again. So even it doesn't mean people no go school now because say una see what way happen for Kumba, una see what it don't happen for other places them. They will can't kill with picking them, then they turn talk and say now una kill with picking them. So when we talk say no school, no be mean that say we no like school because we like school. We not say we like school past all man, but we know what I mean they kill una. But una pastor the way una dey pray for people that we thank una. Because when una day when una dey pray, I know the way I dey communicate with una country. When una dey pray for we day and night, we thank una. But for una pastor when una know God a work. When a true God a work, do the right thing before man and God. Because your judgment day go come. And God will ask you, say, my Bible will be the whole and wait, will be the preach. God talk for you, what say no one liar. I mean, me false prophets they not come for your name. If you be false prophet, where you use God to name for collect your money for your republic, no say God could deal with you. I want come back and thank especially Ma Dorothy, Pastor Victor, Comrade Paul Nilon, Dr. Ellard, everybody, Ma Rachel, not to talk of course, my ex-chairman Amos, Dr. Ade, Chief Obed, everybody, especially Dr. Tita, with all the hard work where they put out. These friends of Ambassador in an advocacy group, we need to fight for no government. We don't talk, say we want the shout. If people that they shout that on sleep until like Boma, we the shout only all my year. With the shout, we also make the war here. Now why when I say I would show, wait would you do I would show me when I see him. Me give una hope. For no say which would fight for this side. So when some man want tell you say Pepe answer say who say you the fight? Now who say you don't come out? Show me flag where you don't go carry for some corner they cry. I see Dr. Tita they cry under so Pastor Victor they cry. I see Ma Dorothy they cry. Who say you the cry your own? Show me who say you the cry. We never get country. We never get country, we not get oil, we not get nothing with the control. So we not be sure for some sides of the government. No. When you see and people they work and fight, that man from Ukraine because so they think say why no wear suit? Is it not wear suit because people that they die? How you go wear suit that way? The war don't finish for a country, they go see that time with suit, even though it not gonna be expensive suit. Now so all man day for you, all man don't be a foot soldier. It no matter which country where you dey, when you carry your flag, stand for some corner. They will say, now who carry the flag? They will say, well, now see people that they cry, so they don't forget them. So now for country, with time now for the lockdown. I don't know why the lockdown changed this years. For 7 years, they for the war. They did lockdown every day from this time to this time. Why they don't change this time? Now what did happen? When I begin ask this question then, say now where did it go on? We used to lock down from this time to this time. And when I see people that they do their work, Me no man no criticize them. Do your own if you do have the corner. We not care for talk English, we kind of for fight. We kind for fight for freedom. We not get time to hear English for some corner every day. Come on, go for streets. Some we used to don't march, go Berlin, go march, go London, go march. Rainfall for Wisconsin, go Washington, go march, go New York, go march. What did happen? Why didn't they organize that march? You did still see with some of Dr. Tita, they did still work out. Young Pastor Victor, they did shout, not because they come over shout. Now when I know say no money, they give them money. Now their own money they move out for their pockets. They do work a fight. So with the time when I want beg when I mean some man not they make confusion say now Friends of Ambazonia they sponsor Unity Warriors. Friends of Ambazonia na advocacy group. With the tank we picking the way they did do what they do of a country, but they did do it independently from Friends of Ambazonia. So when I stop there, when I confusion when I work at create them. When I not get one thing for do, when I she don't quiet. People they do their own. So I want thank when I Pastor Victor when I talk every day. I will say I begin the energy where I for kind of shout. I for the shout every day. But when I want to talk my own, I want to talk for pigeon and I must talk him. When I'm mommy the if you be a Amazona mommy where you be mommy true. We dey pray every day. Say anybody where they take this blood money. If you there for country, hear my voice. If you did kidnap your mommy for money, stop him. If you did kidnap your papa there for money, stop him. If it is Ambazonia struggle, don't come here, you take and settle score them. They use because you get gone, stop him. Because not be TV 5 days. And if you there for white man country, money is supposed to go for grant, it enter your pocket. That your pocket they go leak forever. I talk with all bitterness. People will not use this war for create word for themselves. We will put it to our country. I don't talk my own.
Irene, God bless you. It's always refreshing to hear your voice. And I believe the people of Southern Cameroons are so pleased to hear your voice and to know you are waxing strong. The studio has those on lockdown. We'll play those videos before we come around of the program in the next 15 minutes. Studio, can you play all those videos of the lockdown before we come and round up the program for today?
What are you voting for? They call us dogs. They call us enemies in the house. So does that mean you are a dog? So does that mean you are an enemy in the house? If not, then what are you voting for? We are Southern Cameroonians. Elections are for citizens of La République du Cameroon. Bring back grandma peace. Will your vote bring back baby and Dale? Will your vote bring back baby Martha? Will your vote bring back the children in Gabon? Will your vote bring back the children of St. Francisco in Kumba? We are not citizens of La République du Cameroon. We have never been citizens of La République du Cameroon. Our ancestor Molanjo Litumbe reminded us that Jumba no be married. Our ancestor Dr. Oendele reminded us to never vote for our death in La République du Cameroon. Will your vote bring back grandma happy? Will your vote bring back baby and Dale? Will your vote bring back baby Martha? Will your vote bring back the children in Gabon? Will your vote bring back the children of St. Francisco in Kumba? What are you voting for? Your vote in La République du Cameroon elections means all our brothers and sisters should die in La République prison. Are you happy that thousands of our brothers and sisters are in La République prison? Are you happy that more than 60,000 of our parents, brothers, sisters, and children have been killed by La République du Cameroon? Are you happy that over 200 of our villages have been burned by La République du Cameroon? Think about this very well. Is this what you want?
Will your vote bring back grandma happy? Will your vote bring back baby and daddy? Will your vote bring back baby mother? Will your vote bring back the children in Abu? Will your vote bring back the children of St. Francis School in Cuba?
No police, no police, no police, no clear area, no police. Hey, they don't see boy. Hey, they don't see boy. Hey, they don't say so.
This street for boy for Tuesday oh, na Tuesday that's so. Na road down for Moliko will go down for Untapped Malingo where you leave checkpoint, leave new road to back. For back limbe quarter, then that go down so for Untapped Malingo. Na in that so no even fly. Man will really chop na her today. Man go chop na her. How man will do go outside and I go chop. Chai, massa.
Marathon.
Brazil Junction that I did try to show Brazil Junction. The hangar that play for tomato, for watermelon and fruit them they empty. The hospital runabout, see I'm there empty. I can say shed and that empty. Few people just walk at them up and down, but outside they lock. If you're looking for this side for towards food market, where the mommy ever day, no nothing, you know they even for go towards Metaquata, nothing all place and they even place have a plan, except the lock. Let me say bad.
And for this side too, for big bingo for Bingo Baptist Hospital, as you see at the market that from Bingo, the only market where the whole now so for inside crisis, the only market for inside the whole Boyo Big Bingo. like that as a dry visiting our letter to mommy then they go farm. I mean even a bike, you know, visit inside hospital that go up to nothing in the worker.
Six street for boy for Tuesday oh, na Tuesday that's so. Na road down for Moliko will go down for Untat Malingo where you leave checkpoint in new road to back for back Limbe Quarter. Then that go down so for Untat Malingo. Na in that so no even fly. Man will really chop na her today. Man go chop na her. How man will do go outside and I go chop. Chai, massa.
What are you voting for?
All right. Thank you so much, Studio, for showing those pictures. Amazonians, what we are trying to let you know is that there will be no elections in Southern Cameroons. That musical interlude has said it all. We are not part of French Cameroon. Elections in Southern Cameroons are illegal. And so please, elections in Southern Cameroons. And we are saying that it doesn't matter whether they have removed Sissoko from jail to come and run elections, whether they have removed Ayok Patasang, or they brought Sako from America to come and run elections. No elections in Southern Cameroon. So it's not a matter of who, whether it's Joshua Singh or whether it's Akiremuna, my uncle, whatever. Nobody, none of them should be accepted to come to Ambazonia for elections. I'm going to leave this as I give each of you 1 minute to say your last word about elections. I don't know what you have to say. Let me start with you, Dorothy. No elections. Tell them why no elections in Ambazonia, and it's shut down on that day. Dorothy, please.
Thank you, Pastor Victor. I'll beg to before I address the no election, let me talk to Ambazonian people a little bit about the outing that I went. I've promised that when each time we go out, I'm very particular about what we can learn from there. So this was a foreign policy forum that was organized by an advocacy NGO, which I attended. And what I would like Ambazonians to know that will help us broaden our minds, because that is my greatest concern here. I don't want us to have any bloodshed after independence. That is why I am very particular about working on our mindsets. What impressed me there first, the age of the attendees. They look like kids from first year university or something. And what was the main emphasis? America first, America first. Can you imagine children that young? They've started drilling America first in their heads. You tell me how when they grow up, when they get positions of responsibility, they'll ever think otherwise. How they'll ever let somebody do something that is against the country. So Ambazonians, especially the youths, let us all adopt that mentality of saying Ambazonia first. If you say Ambazonia first, and you with all your heart you say Ambazonia first, you will not do anything that would mar the image of Ambazonians. If you are a fighter, you will not go abducting people, arresting people for ransom, because you are marring, you are destroying the image of Ambazonia. Let Ambazonia first be our thing. From young to old, from big to small, Ambazonia first. When you are doing something, let it in your mind, how does it reflect on Ambazonia? We should know that as we are coming out, emerging as a new country, there are a lot of things that will play. The impression that people have about Ambazonia will come to play. So we should be very mindful of this. And I want to encourage us that we are doing the right things. We are doing the right things. And that God will do his own part, as I said last time. Ambazonia first. Even on the UN floor, President Trump said that every president should adopt his country first attitude. Let your country be the first thing. That is the highest class of patriotism. If you are patriotic, tribalism will not make you. You will not let tribalism derail you. You will not put your interest over the interest of your nation that you love. You will not put tribalism will not come and take away your love for your country. Ambazonia first. What is the reputation of Ambazonia out there? Is Ambazonia going to be known as a corrupt country? Is Ambazonia going to look like South Sudan in terms of warlordism potentials? Please, let us all be Ambazonia first attitude. Ambazonia first. Right now, we are trying to build an image that will help us when the time comes. It will help the powers that be make the right decision, because they'll say these people, they are responsible. They can rule themselves. Now, my closing remarks, I want to just say that Ambazonians, we said that the month of September is a month of delivery, and that God will show us a token for good. He did. He did. If you are very conscious of the fact, just the fact that this is what, the 8th year or 7th year, La Republique from year 1, when they first said give us 2 weeks, from then, when America saw that it was not okay, that things were not going right, despite what they were saying, they had an area formula meeting in the United Nations. From there, they said they should have a dialogue, which La Republique did a monologue called National Dialogue. After that, Switzerland, the dialogue, it failed, because each year, La Republique had an excuse to give for the international community to be silent or to look the other way or to give them benefit of the doubt. But this year, they went on the UN floor. They could not talk. Don't you see that that is a token for good? That is a sign. La Republique is broken. La Republique is broken. They cannot speak because they know that that's it. It's a lie. Even they themselves, they are broken. They don't even have the strength, the guts again to speak. God is working circumstances to favor our independence. Circumstances are turning around in our favor. IMF, World Bank, they cannot give them the kind of money that they used to give. They cannot give them the money that they want, because they are very irresponsible in what they've been giving them in the past. And then now, that even La Republique themselves, they are up in arms concerning the election that is coming up. Is that not a token for good? You think that La Republique will still come next year with a better excuse, if they will even have a chance again next year to come to the UN floor? So, Ambazonia, let us be appreciative of what God is doing. Let us keep praying, doing our part. Civilians, you do your part. Fighters, you do your part. We in the diaspora will do our part. Refugees, you do your part. God will not fail us. God will not fail us. So do not vote. Ambazonians, do not go out and vote. If you vote, you are giving legitimacy, especially to those traitors that call themselves parliamentarians in Yaoundé. You are giving them legitimacy. Do not vote. We are unequally yoked. We are unequally yoked. There is no way, no grounds. La Republique doesn't like us. They have shown to us that they don't want us. They have rejected us. We show them love. They instead show us evil. We do not want to call evil good and good evil by going to vote. Thank you so much, Ambazonians. We'll be talking some more next week by God's grace.
Something you just said, which I was leaving in for next week, but let me just echo that, because it's in line with what you just said, the diplomatic moves. Fellow Ambazonians, when we started the quest to go to Washington and to advocate under Friends of Ambazonia. Many people call us names and said, oh, diplomacy is not open, or we are doing window, whatever, and they gave us all kind of names. May I say here that there are two things we have been doing in one. And let me correct every naysayer out there who has been saying whatever they are saying, that we have been doing both advocacy and diplomacy at once. And I love what Marin said earlier, that anybody that is asking you videos from the diaspora, sitting in the diaspora and asking you videos from the phone front, show us video about 1st October, how you went and march, ask them to show you videos of what they are doing in the diaspora. They should not sit here and send you on arms way, do video for them to go and raise their money and put in their pocket and not give you the fighters. What Friends of Ambazonia have been doing that you have been seeing more is advocacy. You have not started seeing the diplomatic results. We have been doing but advocacy. What you have been seeing on social media is the advocacy part. The diplomatic part is still coming and is working in the pipeline. So let somebody come and tell, oh, they don't do open diplomacy, or they don't do this. Yes, we will do the both of them. When we go to the Congress, you see pictures of us. Do you know the people we follow up with them at the end? Do you know the people we write them, and do you know how we even got there? So that is advocacy we are doing, what we showcase it. So let nobody come and make you feel bad and think that we are exposing everything we are doing. We are not foolish. We are working with guys that know what they are doing. And so please, Amazonians, I said, let me point out in line with what Marty just said, because Madoti was doing advocacy in that outing. We were doing advocacy when we were on Capitol Hill. But after that, diplomacy is going on. Do you know how many presidents we have written to? We will not tell you. Do you know who at the UN we have written to? We will not tell you. Do you know who senator we have written to? We will not tell you. So please, let them not come and tell you, oh, blah, blah, blah. It is lack of the knowledge of what to do. That's why I said last time I showed that sometimes let's not crucify those who don't know what to do, because either they don't know what to do and they just want to cling in power and say we are this, we are that, or they know what to do and they have been corrupted not to do the right thing. And so please, we just want you to know that we will continue to do what we are doing, and sooner than later, you are going to start seeing the results of what we are doing. Paul, before you go, let me give Marin her last word before you take your last word. We close the program. Marin, please, your last words, please. Thank you. Before I take Paul. Are you there?
One of my best mentors said something. She said, and I quote, "Let your performance silence your doubters." When we started our advocacy, you heard everybody, the noise was too much. Noise, 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 noise. You all know my favorite saying, talk is cheap. The things we are doing, the things we have been able to do, we are doing it from the place of love for country. That's why this television station is funded by a few of us. And we are very proud that every month we are writing our checks and we're paying this. Not because we are wanting to be here talking, but because we want our people on home front to know exactly what we are doing. We are not here because some of we know even one government when Ambazonia are free, I did land for Bisongoba and they have passed for we to go there enter my village because no man no go even see me for boy. My own freedom don't finish that time because I would in my village. So what we're doing here, nobody should think that we're doing this because we're looking for something. Like I said, for those of you, I've been talking to a lot of people in the back. For those of you who believe that you still have hope for Ambazonia, that you still want to be part of advocacy, that you still know that, yes, I want to continue to contribute, please reach out to me directly, reach out to Pastor Victor, reach out to Dr. Tita, reach out to Matt Dorotingwa, reach out to Dr. Richard B, reach out to all of us. You're in Europe, you reach out to Chairman Amos, you reach out to Comrade Paul, you reach out to the Ades, you reach out to Dr. Elat. If you want to be able to contribute,